everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners, along with Bob Iacino. So, Bitcoin Cash update. Didn't get to it yesterday, sorry about that. Ran out of time, but just wanted to update and with the new levels and show we also had a divergence here. These are the things we teach them, and even after the fact, if we review them, therefore, so you can start learning to do them yourself, and then you're not dependent on us, and you can still come to the channel, watch the videos, verify that we were getting the same results as you, we were getting the same levels as you, and you can fine-tune your trading knowledge, but it always helps to recap stuff. So, divergence, lower low price action, higher low indicator, 5-period RSI, as we talked about yesterday. Now we've run up, and remember, on the way up, let me adjust these levels now back down to here. On the way back up, we can do the same thing we did on the way down, which is, like to here. Look at this. So you go from the lows to this pause high, it pulls back, and then we run up. The next major projection high, the minor projection was 1,005, and we closed below it. Right now we're trading at it. The next major level was 132.97. Let's call it 133. What was the high here? 135. So now that those levels are done, but if that's helpful for stop movement. So maybe you want to move up your stops above some key levels. We don't have the first cross the rotation zone yet. Now, what we'll watch for still on a pullback, major support coming in about 896, so let's call it 900. We don't want to see a close right now below 862. Remember, as this pushes higher, we want to keep moving these levels up. Now we have the projection from the low to the most recent high, which gives us 1069 minor level. Stop can be moved up. Major level with a cluster, let's call it, we got 1104, 1096, so just call it 1100. And then people are going to be focused on that nice round number. Also, you have prior support. Prior support, that's breaking. Now this is resistance. So this 1100 is a major resistance zone. If we do get through that, we'll be watching for about 1150, which also is probably this little shelf right here, and end of a clear path. Keep that in mind too. This is the end of a clear path on a run up, pretty much lining up with the declining 50-period exponential moving average. Let's check in on the daily though. Really help us fine-tune stuff. So now let's zoom in so we can see what's going on. All right. So we can still easily get this 1100 level, and we're not yet to the declining 8. The declining 8 is just below the end of the clear path I'm talking about. So that is going to, on the daily time frame, be more important than the end of the clear path. So as that declines, keep an eye on this 8 where that is for the major resistance. So that's what we have for you on Bitcoin Cash. Over to Bitcoin Gold, which we also didn't take a look up yesterday. We had this level 73,134. And just got down to 72.17. You can see we had this cluster area here, a little wider cluster between 75 and 73, but we did get the nice reversal there and the nice divergence. So that's the way that one looks. We're going to take these levels and now move them down for the next push if we do get it, and we will update the fine-tuned level later. So we then, from these lows, as I said, we did get the divergence, lower low in price, higher low in the indicator. Nice rally up, pull back, giving us a projection for the next levels higher, 101.75, minor level, 105.39, major level, just spiking above that, now pulling back. Still don't have the first cross yet. If this does continue higher, there's the next levels, and now we have a major cluster around 114 to 115, so that's going to be a very key area. The declining 50, especially with this pullback, will probably come in, and that's going to be, that 115 area is going to be a major level we'll be targeting. Now, pullback. Our first major support is 89.41. You might get some minor stuff at 93.33. Next support is 85.10, so 85, we don't want to see a close below that. So that's what we'll be watching for. However, let's fine-tune this with the daily chart. Daily chart, let me expand. Why won't it let me expand? All right, finally got the daily chart corrected. All right, so you see up here this 115 level. Now we have the declining 8. So on a rally, that's going to be a very strong level. If you've done any buying down here and haven't taken profits, or at least aggressively moved up your stop when it hits this level, I would recommend doing so. There's going to be some primary major resistance in there. You can see if we do turn around, can't hold this level, go back to lows, we'd be watching for 72.17, then 56.28, then eventually 40.39. If you're pessimistic on a rally, next major level, if we get through the 8, would be up to the 135 area. But we'll fine-tune that with some more recent GAN levels once we get a push higher and another pullback. Switching over to Bitcoin. All right, we've got the continued rally up there. I can probably take these off from the divergence pattern at this point. Projected from the 78.80 from the lows. That gave us next moves up. 81.15, pretty much dead close on it. Then 83.50, spiked through it and then pulled back. Looks like we're getting the first cross rotation zone, hopefully. We'll have to see if we do get a bigger sell-off. This will split apart again. Now, first major support coming in about 77.57 to 7,800. That's a key level to watch. If we do close below that, then we'll be watching for 72.44, and what we don't want to see is a close back below 69.33 if you are bullish on Bitcoin. We can also move this up to give us our next levels should we get through. Now, keep in mind you got the declining 50-period exponential moving average on the 4-hour time frame, which is roughly going to come in about this 8,500. So that's going to be some major resistance on the first turn up. If we get through that 8,800 and then major cluster area at 9,100 just before the end of a clear path move. However, let's fine tune that with the daily chart to make sure. We got to do our multi-time frame analysis to really make sure we're not overlooking anything. So right at this 8,500, look, we have the declining 8 EMA, which is going to be very powerful resistance on the daily chart. So definitely, if you've not taken any profits or moved up your stops, if it pushes back up here, definitely do it. And you see those next levels higher. If we do get through that, next major cluster level is about 94.66 to 9,500. So that's your brief update on Bitcoin. Nothing else really to do but continuing to move up your stops. If we do get some pullbacks, there could be aggressive adds, but we don't have that 4-hour rotation zone in our favor yet. So they'd be very aggressive adds. What we like to do is remember when we were coming down, we were watching selling into the rotation zone, selling. Now, see, it sold off the rotation zone here, caught back up, got through the rotation zone. So now we're watching for that first catch, and then we'll be looking to possibly lightly buy these pullbacks in the rotation zone should the rotation zone hold where we get to key levels. Keep that in mind. We will talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.